YouTube channel. Okay, so I request all of you guys, you can ask the questions in between also, you can ask the question at the end of the session also, but you should have to be professional by asking the questions. You everybody, I request you, all of you guys, please mute your mic, and when you want to speak, just raise your hand, right? So that would be a proper professional meeting, as we are conducting this meeting since last more than 1 year, and I hope that we will be improving day by day. So we are changing our platform from daily routine meeting, now we are right now on YouTube live. Today our topic is very interesting topic, that is about our daily routine health and healthy lifestyle. Each and every person is doing something special to be healthy in their lifestyle. Okay, so I would love to ask people what you are doing to be healthy in your life. Okay, so I will start with Zakir. Yes, Zakir sir, what you are doing to be healthy in your life? What steps you are doing for being healthy?
Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Sir, what is the question, sir? Again, please repeat.
Yeah, sure. My question is related to a healthy lifestyle. What steps you are doing? What habits you are following in your daily routine to be healthy?
Okay. Thank you thank you very much for the question. Uh, if we want to lead a healthy life, we should follow the good food habit in
Right.
our life.
Mm-hmm.
Good food habit can lead our life healthy.
Right. Okay. So, by your opinion, by your opinion, you should have to eat healthy food. That is the thing for living healthy life, right? Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Would love to ask Carol. Yes, Carol, what you are doing for living healthy lifestyle?
Okay. First of all, we must do exercise every morning, at
Mm-hmm.
least 1 hour walk or workout. And
Okay.
then we must enough sleep at least 7 to 8 hours per day. And
Right.
don't sleep too late, and don't get up too late too.
Right.
So and then we must take some supplement
Mm-hmm.
for our health, and
So
take
this all
healthy food.
these all things were written in the book. These all things we have know from the videos. These all things we have know. But what you are
Yeah.
doing, I love to know that. What
All
you are
right.
doing, what you are doing to live your healthy life.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, for
Yes.
me, I
For
always
you.
do work in the morning, you
Okay.
know, and
Mm-hmm.
then I will take a good breakfast. Sometimes I will take oats or healthy fruit for my breakfast. Don't
Right.
too oily. And
Right.
then ever lunch, I will take rice in my
Okay.
lunch.
Okay.
But evening I will less calorie. I will
Okay.
take
So
less calorie.
you
Yeah.
are using less oil. You are using more
Yes.
carbohydrate in your food, in your daily
No,
routine.
only in lunch, carbohydrate in lunch, but
Okay.
no dinner. Dinner is
No
only
dinner.
veggie and protein. Yeah.
Veg and protein in dinner. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Thank
That's
you
right.
providing for
Yeah.
your daily routine schedule. We will gonna discuss about all this in today's
Yeah,
session.
that's right. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so you will get an idea what guys you need to eat and what guys you should not have to eat. Okay, one more questions. Yes, Fatima, you raise your hand. Harim, Fatima, you can ask the question. Yes, you can. Okay, 70. Yes, Zamin Ali, you can ask
Yes,
question.
in for to be healthy, or to be good, live and healthy, I do exercise and I prepare for my dinner and
Right.
lunch always vegetable. I try
Okay.
to eat more vegetable than any chicken and any other
Right.
meat.
Okay. Thank
I
you
think
for
this is
providing.
helpful for us.
Yeah, so you are doing exercise and you are avoiding chicken and non-veg food in your daily routine. Thank you. So people, yes, Azita, what you are doing to living healthy lifestyle? What's your daily routine? If you want to discuss with us, I think Azita is muted. Let me ask to uh, Jaimin. Yes, Jaimin sir. Can you provide your thoughts related to your healthy lifestyle? What steps you are following in your daily routine lifestyle to be healthy?
Yeah, daily routine lifestyle after lockdown. I bicycle ride every day,
Hmm.
10 to 15 kilometers.
Right,
Because of corporations, swimming pools are closed.
right,
Before lockdown, I always go to swimming pool daily, one
right,
hour,
right.
and
So
then
it means you are focusing on exercise rather than any other diet, right? So you are
yeah,
eating your daily routine food, but you also doing exercise along with all that.
yes, diet also I don't eat spicy and oil food.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
believe that oily food is responsible for increasing weight. You feel and you believe that, right?
yeah,
Okay, so we will
yes,
discuss whether this oily food is responsible for gaining weight or increasing weight or not. We will discuss about this point in our topic. So
yes,
this is all things we will gonna discuss in today's sessions. As you all know that our guest speaker is here right now with us. So yes, Faisal, you want to ask questions or you want to give answer? Yes, please unmute yourself. Sorry, I could not hear you.
Hello for everyone. I will give
Yes, Faisal,
answer
your
for that.
Faisal, your internet connection is not good. Sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah,
your
I will
internet
show that.
connection.
No problem. But I'll put.
Please write down your
Yeah.
thoughts in the chat
Now
box.
can you
Sorry.
hear me?
No, no, it's not clear. Your message should be in the chat box.
Yes, I will
Voice is
tell
breaking.
about the how can we be healthy.
Sorry, Faisal, I need to stop you because this meeting is recorded and this meeting is live on
Okay,
YouTube.
hello.
Okay. Okay, so guys, I don't want to waste your time. As you all are here on time, thank you very much for being here on this live meeting. We all are right now live on YouTube. That is our channel English Globally. Okay, so today we will gonna discuss about healthy lifestyle, and our speaker for today's sessions is Fatemeh. She is from Iran. She has already taken one sessions on women's rights. So this is the session of group discussions. I request all of you guys, please be active participations. You can ask any questions in between also by raising your hand or after the session also. We will gonna provide you information how to live healthy lifestyle. Okay, so I hand over this session to our speaker Fatemeh, and in between I request all of you guys, please mute yourself. If you want to speak anything, please raise your hand. Okay, so over to you, Fatemeh. You can start your session. Thank you. Your voice is not there. I cannot hear you. You should need to connect. I will make you as a co-host first. So, okay. No, I cannot hear you. Fatemeh, can you connect
Yes,
again?
I can.
No, I'm asking to our speaker. Sorry, there is three Fatemeh here. Yes, please speak.
Yes, sir.
No, no. I am asking to for
Sir,
our speaker.
how we can get?
Okay. Okay. So, hello. No, your voice is not there. Okay. Please try to connect again. No problem. I will talk with the people what they are following in their daily routine lifestyle. Yes, Pratap. What you are doing to living healthy lifestyle? How would you applying healthy lifestyle? What is your daily routine? You just need to unmute and answer the question.
First of all, good evening to all.
Good evening.
My name is Pratap. I am from Bangalore, India. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, it's our routine. I will wake up in the early morning and
Mm-hmm.
going for walking, gym, and this is my daily routine.
Okay.
Uh, as usual, eating healthy food. Nowadays, healthy food is not available. People are selling organic food.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's my thing.
Okay. So you are doing exercise in gym to be healthy in your life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you are burning calorie in gym.
Nowadays, yeah, I agreed your point. Uh, Not apart from body health, also mental health is also important. That's why
Right.
I am doing yoga also every day.
Okay. Perfect. Yoga is also
And
one
I'm
of the good.
living in the farmhouse also.
Good.
The
Good.
other day
Perfect.
I'm working here. Agreed your point.
Right.
Uh,
That's
Farmhouse.
great.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much for sharing your farmhouse with us. Please
Yeah.
stay with us so we can provide you information about how to be live healthy life. Yes, Fatima, you can unmute yourself and you can speak if possible. No, no. I am asking to our guest. She is also Fatima. If I need to ask you, I will ask Harim Fatima from Pakistan. Thank you. Yes, the Fatima from Iran. Can you hear me? Okay. Can anyone else able to hear her voice apart from me, or I have problem with internet connection?
No, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so might be she has some internet connection. So I request Fatima, you can disconnect and join once again. So that would be great because I think there is some internet connectivity issue at your end.
Right.
Okay, so I will continue our meeting, our sessions. We'll love to ask Brian. Yes, Brian. What kind of daily healthy lifestyle you are following in your life? Brian Barrintus, can you unmute yourself? Okay, let me ask to Paresh. Yes, Paresh, what are you doing for your living healthy lifestyle?
Yeah, get up at an early morning and sleeping and 10 to 10:30 and get up at then 3:30 to 4 a.m. and after that we exercising, walking and play cricket. Some
Wow.
after that yoga, some
Yes.
daily routines and not oily food. More oily food is limited oily foods are taking. That's my
Okay.
routine.
So here people are believing that if you eat less oily food, that is good for your healthy lifestyle. Okay. So we will discuss and we will change this concept because you can see in this healthy lifestyle in keto diet and intermittent fasting there are several different kind of things. Let me share my screen and directly start the topic for discussion. Okay, so till Fatima connect with her in her voice, we can initiate this topic. Uh, okay, so I will provide you summary what we will gonna discuss today. As you all know that our discussion today for is healthy lifestyle based on the keto diet and intermittent fasting. So healthy lifestyle is correlate with different factors, not only these two factors, but today we will gonna discuss about keto diet and intermittent fasting. Okay, our speaker, as you all know, this is one of the article which is written by her, Fatemeh, and she is shared her article with me. So I prepared these presentations for all of you. We will gonna discuss about what is healthy lifestyle. Okay, so a healthy lifestyle is one of which help you to keep in improve people's health and well-being. So this is the definition of healthy lifestyle. Okay, a healthy lifestyle is one which help to keep and improve people's health and well-being. Next is that healthy living is a lifelong effect. Being healthy includes healthy eating, physical activity, weight management, and stress management. So these all parameters are included is in healthy living lifestyle. Okay, healthy.
Hello,
Yes, Fatima, we can
can
hear you.
you hear
Yes, yes,
me?
yes. Your voice is. You can start now.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
so
fine.
sorry because of internet issue.
It's fine. You can continue now.
Okay, sure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session. I'm sorry again for being late and for some internet problem I had here. Uh, this should I start from the first, from this slide, Mr. J?
Yes, you can start from this slide and you can provide this background and everything.
Okay, great. Okay, let me welcome again to our participants, and I hope you enjoy from this session and it was beneficial for you. I'm happy to be here again for the second time, and this topic is about fitness, intermittent fasting, keto diet, and about a healthy lifestyle. So let's get started. I don't have the slides, Mr. J.
Yes, I have. I just share my screen. Can you see
Thank
the
you.
slides? Okay. You can see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
now I can see. Sorry for net problem. Yes, this session is about healthy lifestyle. I know you all know about this topic, and maybe you are more interested to know more about a healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is which help to keep and improve people's health well-being. Healthy lifestyle is not only about eating. Maybe when it comes to healthy lifestyle, we always think about eating something, and we are always thinking about food. But actually, healthy lifestyle can include many factors, like you see here. Healthy living is a lifelong effect. Being healthy includes healthy eating, physical activities, weight management, and stress management, and also I can add mind management and emotional management. A healthy lifestyle is mostly associated with good diet, as all of us know about physical exercise, good sleeping pattern, personal hygiene. It's about no bad habits or addiction like smoking and other kind of addiction. Health education, safe environment for living, physical fitness, love through social support, and healthy relationship, which is very important, and its effect on our mind and our emotional lifestyle. Emotion is another part of this healthy lifestyle, and active social life, and even individual life, which in the relation that we have with ourselves. So when we are talking about healthy lifestyle, it's not only about food, it's about whatever we are surrounding ourselves with them. And it can be emotions, it can be thinking, different kind of thinking, negative and positive thinking, and it also can be food. So even this emotion and this mindset affect on our body, but maybe most of us don't know that. We are thinking that just doing exercise and just eating healthy food and quality food make us healthy and prevent us from weakness and from illness. But it's not true. Actually, our mind, our body, our soul are connected together, and each of them affect on the other part. So as we have a diet for food, we have a diet for mind also, and for thought also. And mouth is only one of the way for nourishment of our body. So if you think that if I'm eating very well and exercising, then I will never be sick. It doesn't happen. Maybe many people follow this instruction, but also they get sick because their mind has problem, they're emotional, they're thinking, they are not surrounded by positive things. And all of these affect on their body also and make them sick and unwell. So maybe we were talking in future about mind diet and about this kind of nourishment also. I want to just summarize that as we eat from our mouth, we can nourish our soul by our eyes, by our ears, by our skin, by our feeling, our thinking, our mind. All of these ways make a healthy life or unhealthy life for us. So today I'm gonna just speak about food and different kind of diet related to physical body, but definitely we should talk about other kind of diets related to spiritual diet also in future. So we can go to the next slide.
Okay. Yeah, so as Fatima informed that we are not only discussing about the daily routine diet, but that is also the spiritual and positive thoughts, and that is also the factors that is connecting with all this healthy lifestyle. So next slide is about healthy diet. Yes.
Yes. Healthy diet, proper nutrition requires a proper ingestion and also important, sorry, let me minimize this part. Yeah. And also important absorption of vitamins, minerals, and food energy in the form of carbohydrates, protein, and fats. So it is what we learned that our body needs carbohydrate, protein, and fats, but maybe some people think carbohydrate is more important, and today we want to change this idea that fat is more important than carbohydrate for body. Dietary habits and choices play a significant role in health and mortality and can also define cultures and play a role in religion. Okay, as you know, in different religion, people are allowed to consume some specific kind of foods, and some of other foods are forbidden in some of religion. So food can define culture, it can define religion, and it can affect on relationship between peoples. It can define our mind, our emotional status, and it's very important to care about our food, and whatever we take in, we should watch it out completely, and be careful what we put in our mouth. The quality and the quantity is very important for our health.
Okay.
Yes, please. In this slide, we are talking about different types of diets. As you see, we just name some kind of diets, but it's not all. There are lots of diets. If you search on Google, you will find many different kinds of diets, but some of the important of them are Mediterranean diet. What is a Mediterranean diet? The kind of diet related to Mediterranean the people who live in Mediterranean Sea, beside Mediterranean Sea, and it's including maybe seafood and lots of vegetables. I don't want to explain more, just as a summary. The ketogenic diet, which is our topic for today, it's based on fat consuming instead of sugar consuming for body. And ketogenic is a famous diet nowadays and is practiced by many celebrities nowadays. The next diet is intermittent fasting, which we are focusing on this diet also today. It's very important diet. Intermittent fasting means that I'm allowed to eat in a window for a certain time, like 8 hours or 6 hours, and then fasting for a long time, and just I can drink water and not anything else. So we will discuss about this diet today. Low carbohydrate diets. This diet is a great diet. I also follow this diet, low carbohydrate. And I think it's working very well for me. And as you know, as you see, and the name is clear, it's low carbohydrate, not much. You are allowed to consume carbohydrate, but just a little, not too much. The other diet is veganism, and vegan, as you know, it's a kind of diet based on vegetables only, no animal-based product, no meat, and just vegetables and fruits and beans. And this is the kind of diet. I also have some experience on this diet for 1 year. Let's go to the other diet. It's the carnivore diet. It's based on animal products and like meat, chicken, fish, and especially fat, animal fats. And this diet is also good for losing weight, but I think it's my personal idea that it doesn't work for a long time. It's a good diet temporarily, but for a long time, just eating meat maybe make problem for our genes and our health. The other kind of diet is blood groups diet. It's based on different kind of blood groups like A, B, and O, and every group have their own special diet. And dessert with breakfast diet. This diet is including high carbohydrate and high protein at the same time beside dessert. And the last one is street food diet. In this diet, which is practicing by some celebrities nowadays, is based on green tea and chocolate and coffee and red wine and also kale, some stuff like this. If you want to know more about this kind of diets, you can search it more. But today we're gonna just talk about ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Yes.
Yes. The ketogenic diet. The keto diet was designed to keep the body in a near constant state of ketosis, a metabolic state where the body creates ketones from fat to use as energy instead of sugar from carbs. As you know, the body's primary and preferred energy source is sugar. The main source for fuel in our body, we are using as fuel for making energy in our body is sugar. But in this keto diet, we want to change sugar by fat. So there have also been claimed it may help treat cancer and even respiratory illnesses also. But what is it? What is keto diet? It is called, for short, it's kind of diet that prefers fat 65 to 75% of your daily calories must be fat. Moderate protein consumption, 20% to 30%, and very few carbs, only about 5% carbohydrate. Diet called Keto Diet. In this diet, we take more healthy fats like nuts and seeds, coconut oils, olive oil, organic butter, and some protein, not too much, like meat, chicken, egg, fish, and also organic butter and lots of green leaves, vegetable, and colorful leaves, vegetable are allowed in this diet.
Okay.
You know, Keto Diet is approved by Dr. Fung, Jason Fung. I don't know you know him or not, but he's a great scientist and expert in fasting. And also Dr. Berg, we will talk about these researchers in the next slide. Thank you. Okay, in Keto Diet, we should avoid consuming too much carbohydrate resources such as rice, bread, spaghetti, pasta, fruits, especially sweet fruits, sugar, refined grains, and starches as much as possible. Very small amount of these foods, these carbohydrate foods and sugar and hidden sugars will stop fat burning for a long period of time. Our body loves fat and it works better based on fat diet mostly. Sugar and hidden sugars are at the top of the fat making hormones trigger. So when you are eating sugar and all kind of hidden sugars, food, like for example, sweet fruits like banana and other kinds of fruit, so you start to trigger insulin and fat-making hormones, which stop fat burning and just start consuming sugar. We will talk about more about consuming fat instead of sugar in body. Essential fatty acids must be received from our diet. You know, our body needs fatty acid, but these fatty acids are not made in our body. We need diet. We need to take food full of healthy fat in our diet, like omega-3 and omega-6 groups. And you know that omega-3 is more important because we take enough omega-6 group in our food, but we must be careful about omega-3 more. In fact, the fat of our body, the extra fat of our body come from the hidden sugar, not from the fat we have been eating. It's confusing sometimes. People are confused that if we are taking fat, we get fat. It's not true. Actually, our fat comes from the sugar and the carbohydrate we consume, not from fat, because fat doesn't stay in our body, it's burning. It's not true that the more you do exercise, the more you lose weight. Exercise is very important for our body, but it doesn't mean if you do more exercise without caring about your diet, the quality of food you're eating, which kind of food you're taking, and you just do exercise for losing weight, it doesn't work properly. You can eat more fat to lose more fat, but stop eating sugars. So eating fat doesn't have any problem for your body. You can eat fat, healthy fat, I mean, like nuts, like organic butter, like olive oil. There's no problem for your body, especially for losing your weight. You can consume fat as much as you can. It depends on actually to your activity, your physical activity. Maybe some people doesn't do much activity daily. They don't need much quality of food, but the person who works much, he is allowed to consume more fat in their diet. So in this sentence, again, I'm reading, it's not true that the more you do exercise, the more you lose weight, and you can eat more fat to lose more fat, but stop eating sugar. So the problem is sugar. The problem that make weight is sugar, not fat. Movement and exercise is very important and necessary for keeping health, but it's not a logic and meaningful method for losing weight. So exercise is important. We are not trying to say exercise is not necessary. It's very necessary and important for a healthy lifestyle. But when it comes to losing weight, it's not meaningful method to say if I do more exercise, then I lose weight. It's wrong. You have to careful about whatever you eat. And then after that, exercise is important. The main things for losing and keeping weight is the quality of food and the time of eating based on intermittent fasting. The quality of food is more important than quantity. And the time that you are eating is important. We are discussing about this time in the next slide, and it's about intermittent fasting, which is very important factor for keeping our fitness.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. So before moving to our next slide, this is all about the keto diet, which Fatima has explained. Okay. So I would provide you few more information about this keto diet. Is in this slide there is a sentence that mentioned that it's not true that the more you exercise, the more you lose weight. It means like that, we are doing exercise for losing our weight, but if we are very excessive in our weight, if our BMI is very high, by doing exercise we can reduce our weight for some extent. Suppose my weight is 90, but I can able to reduce my weight up to 85 or 80 by doing exercise. But if I want to reduce my more weight up to 70 to become in proper BMI, okay, so I need to start a diet, keto diet or any other diet, among all the list based on the diet food whatever we are eating. By that way, along with the exercise, we can able to reduce our weight and we can able to manage our body mass index. That is very necessary to having healthy lifestyle. Now I will provide you information about the chart, the keto diet chart. This is the pyramid. Okay, this is the food pyramid. You can see the screen in this full screen. What you guys need to add, what you guys need to eat. On left side you can see that is non-veg items, and on right side you can see the vegetarian item. So you can see different kind of oils are there. These oils are made up of full fats. So people who was thinking that we should avoid eating fat, but you can start as much as fat you can eat in the beginning. So in the lower part you have to utilize all different kind of fats, oils like coconut oil, olive oil, and rest all different kind of oils you can eat. And in the non-veg item you can have the eggs and omelets and chickens, and these all are meats you can eat. Okay, after this is the first thing in your diet. After having this eat, then you can go for herbs and spice if you are vegan, and you can go for a lean meat and fish. After this you can have a vegetable, different kinds of vegetable, green vegetables, leafy vegetables. Then you will eat nightshades and vegetables low in carbohydrates. These some of the vegetables, they are low in carbohydrates. You need to select that vegetable. You should not eating till now a carbohydrate. As you started with oil and fat, after all these you will have this much, a very small amount of carbohydrate in your meal, like bread or milk and any other dairy products you can have. This is very small amount is required to. And then you can have nuts and seeds and brains. So this is whole pyramid designed by scientists and and this is the way you should have to eat to follow the keto diet. Okay, so now I will provide you one more video related to the keto diet. This is all related to science. Okay, so this is the video which I would provide you. But before that, anybody has any questions related to this slide, you can ask now, and after that we will watch the video. Anybody has any question, you can raise your hand and ask right now to our host. Okay, yes, Arun sir, please ask your question.
Sir, good evening. This is Arun. Okay, what
Yes.
is BMI, sir?
BMI, it means body mass index. It correlate. It is a point that is based on every person has proper height and every person has weight. So the BMI, it reflects the proper figure that as you have this much height and this much weight, the
Okay,
BMI should be below 27 for being for looking healthy lifestyle. If your
okay,
BMI is above 26, then you are consider yourself in obese. And if your BMI is above 30 or 32, then you consider as a higher risk. Okay, if your BMI is lower than 26 to 18, okay, it is a calculations, it's calculation between height and weight for every person. You can calculate this BMI. Okay,
for
so
there
if
must be
you're,
some, okay, for
yeah,
there must be some chart also. If you height
yeah,
for
there is,
6 feet, yeah,
yeah, there is formula. Let me show you that BMI chart. I
yes,
will
sir.
provide you that information. It is BMI calculator. Okay,
Okay, okay,
so there is different kind of BMI calculator available. I will share my screen and provide you that information right now. Okay, so this is about the BMI. You can see my screen now.
yes, sir.
Okay, so here you should have to write down your height in feet, or suppose you
Okay,
need to write down your height in centimeter. Suppose I write down 152 my height and my weight is suppose 86. Okay, then automatically the calculator calculate BMI 37. Suppose my height is 159 and my weight is 86, then calculator this my BMI is 34. You can see my screen.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so
uh
the BMI value is 34. So here
34.
are the criteria for BMI. If your BMI value is below 18.5, it means you are underweight. If your BMI value is 18.5 to 24.9, it means you are normal weight. If your BMI value between 25 to 29, it means you are overweight. And above 30, it means you are obese. You have obesity. Right?
Okay, okay,
Suppose I
okay,
have
yeah.
70 kg and 159 height, then my BMI should be 27. So I need to reduce my weight from 86 to 70. So this is the
Mhm.
proper 27.7. It is me still it is overweight,
Okay,
right?
okay,
So
okay, sir.
by this formula you can able to get to know based on your height how should be your what should be your weight. Okay, your
Okay,
height you will not increase or your height you will not decrease. You can only control your weight. So if you
okay,
have 159 centimeter height, your weight should be 65. If your weight should be 65, then your BMI value 25.7, which is
okay,
normal weight,
okay.
right?
Do as a fit, sir, fit. If I have a 6 feet height and weight is 89 kg,
6 feet it
then
means a 180,
180.
and
Okay,
and your weight
89, sir. 89.
89. Okay.
Yeah.
So the BMI is 27.5. So you are a little bit above than normal weight. You consider
Okay.
yourself in overweight. A little bit weight you should
Okay, sir.
reduce. If your weight should be 75 from 89, then you will be 23.1. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
this is the formula.
Okay.
If your weight is 80 also, you should need to lose 9 kg only. Then your BMI value is within normal limit.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is
Now
about
understand.
the calculation of body mass index.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Now I will provide you information about the video information. In this video, you will find out how this ketogenic diet work actually. If you have any more question, guys, you can ask, and we will continue our session in between. First, we will watch this video. This is a video related to animation. It's a 6-minute video. Please mute all of you guys. I request once again, so everybody can able to listen the voice sound.
In order to explain how the ketogenic diet works, I must first explain the basic workings of the body's metabolism. Your body has two opposing biochemical pathways promoted by the peptide hormones insulin and glucagon. Think of them as the yin and yang of your metabolism, where the goal is to balance your blood glucose levels to maintain availability of energy for your body's cells. Insulin's job is to lower blood sugar levels. It does this by promoting the uptake of glucose into cells. Once glucose is absorbed into cells, it can undergo glycogenesis or lipogenesis. Glycogenesis is the process by which glucose absorbed by cells is converted to the polysaccharide glycogen, and lipogenesis is the process by which glucose is converted to triglycerides, in other words, fat. Glycogenesis occurs in skeletal muscles, lipogenesis occurs in fat cells, and both of these processes occur in the liver. Glucagon's job is the opposite of insulin's. It raises blood sugar levels by promoting glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis. In glucogenolysis, glucagon binds receptors in the liver. The liver cells then convert glycogen to glucose and release it into the blood. An average person's glycogen stores can last about 12 to 14 hours, or 2 hours of moderate exercise. This is maintained via the ingestion of about 250 to 400 grams of carbs daily. Glycogen stores run out during prolonged exercise, hence the feeling that you hit a wall and can't keep going. It can also be depleted during fasting, low-carb diets, or with untreated type 1 diabetes. Gluconeogenesis is the term for the metabolic pathway in which glucose is generated from non-carb sources like glycerol, which are components of fat, or from glucogenic amino acids. Amino acids are components of proteins. Fasting can cause your cells to start breaking down protein in order to release amino acids into the bloodstream. The glucogenic amino acids can be converted to glucose in the liver. A major source of protein is your muscle mass, which is why people are warned that fasting can result in the wasting away of muscles. There is also another category of amino acids, ketogenic amino acids. These can be converted directly into acetyl-CoA, the precursor of ketone bodies. Unlike fat, glycogen can be mobilized rapidly in skeletal muscle and utilized as a fuel source without the presence of oxygen. When you consume carbs, they get converted into glucose, which floats around and is particularly important to brain function. Meanwhile, fat oxidation, or burning, requires the input of energy. Triglycerides are the major fat in our bodies and in our food. A triglyceride consists of 3 fatty acid groups attached to a glycerol via an ester bond. Hence, fatty acids are subunits of fat molecules. During lipolysis, the ester bond between the fatty acids and the glycerol is cleaved. The fatty acids are removed from the fat cells to float in the bloodstream. This process is triggered by high levels of glucagon, which occurs as a result of low blood sugar. Triglycerides can enter most of the body's cells, exceptions being red blood cells due to their lack of mitochondria, and the central nervous system due to the blood-brain barrier. Enzymes then catalyze reactions to convert the fatty acids to acetyl-CoA, which can then enter Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle, also called the citric acid cycle, is a series of biochemical reactions that oxidize acetyl-CoA to release energy. Ketone bodies get produced by the liver when it breaks down fatty acids and deaminates amino acids in the absence of carbs and glycogen. Hence, ketone bodies are present during intense gluconeogenesis. Ketone bodies include acetoacetate, beta-hydroxybutyrate, and acetone, which is a spontaneous breakdown product. They are easily taken up by cells of other tissues, for instance the brain. Unlike glycerides, ketone bodies can pass the blood-brain barrier and replace glucose as the brain's energy source. They then get converted to acetyl-CoA, which can enter the Krebs cycle. So now I'm going to talk about the ketogenic diet. I'd like to stress that I'm neither promoting it nor discouraging people from trying it. I'm only describing it, and if you are considering it, then you should do a lot of research and decide for yourself whether it is right for you. In the ketogenic diet, the goal is to switch from a state of glycolysis, where your body is burning glucose, to a state of ketosis, where your body is burning ketones. In plain English, you are forcing your body to start burning your fat as its main energy source, instead of incoming carbs. This is accomplished by making one's food intake high in fat, with moderate protein, and almost no carbohydrates. The body soon runs out of its preferred energy source, carbohydrates, and begins to burn fats instead. On this diet, the aim is generally for carbs to make up about 5% of macronutrient intake, while protein intake is 15 to 30%, and fat intake is the rest. It takes several days for your body to adapt to the change in macronutrient composition. Over the first few days on the keto diet, the body enters a state of ketosis, and insulin levels drop rapidly while ketone bodies increase. Many, though not all, people experience the keto flu phenomenon during this time. This is caused by the rapid loss of water that has been retained in the water along with the carbs from the previous diet. Along with this water, there is a massive loss of electrolytes, including sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Symptoms are thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, muscle cramps, and headaches, nausea, and mental fog. For many people, taking supplements or consuming pickle juice for the loss of electrolytes and drinking plenty of water makes their keto flu go away faster. Once the keto flu has been overcome, many people report improved mental clarity, energy levels, and decreased appetite. Some people use the keto diet for its weight loss potential. Weight loss is very rapid in the first few days due to water loss. Afterward, weight loss slows down but stays linear. A study has shown that athletes on the ketogenic diet burn significantly more fat during a workout. Many people go on a ketogenic diet to increase mental clarity. Another side effect of the ketogenic diet is breath smelling fruity or like nail polish, which comes from the ketone bodies. The smell comes from the spontaneous decomposition of one of the ketone bodies, acetoacetic acid, into acetate. Many report that this side effect goes away after being on the diet for a while. Anyway, that was my short summary of
So this is about the whole scientific research that has been carried out for keto diet. Okay, I hope it is very difficult for many people to understand all this pathway and chemical structure, but you can say that, just give me a minute. By keto diet, you should have to have a more amount of fat, a proper amount of protein, and very less carbohydrate. You should have to remember this thing. We will provide you your diet chart, don't worry. Now we move to our slide, and we will gonna finish next topic, that is related to intermittent fasting. Yes, Ariful, please don't speak in between, please mute yourself. Okay, so now we move from keto diet to intermittent fasting. Yes, Fatima, you can see my screen.
Yes, next
Yes,
slide,
sorry.
please.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for providing video. This video is more scientific, and it's difficult for people, even for me, to understand what's talked about, because it's a completely scientific movie
Right.
about keto diet. But what I want to tell you in summarize about keto diet is, what is keto? Keto actually is a pure fuel for body, which produced by liver, and liver make this keto as a pure fuel, as a kind of fatty acid. It's a kind of fatty acid that spread out in blood, and the body consume this fat instead of sugar. So when we stop making, when we stop consuming sugar and carbohydrate, there's no sugar in blood. So the body start making this ketone from liver, and use it as a fuel. So we exchange the fuel of fat and the fuel of sugar together. We stop consuming sugar. Our body stop consuming sugar when there's no sugar in blood, and then it starts consuming fat, and we start burning fat. But in normal way, our body use sugar of blood. So when we are fasting, there's no food provided for body. In that time, our body started using fat of the body, and it changes to ketones, this fatty acid, which is necessary for our body, and consume it as a source for energy, for producing energy for our activities. This is what is all about the keto diet, which is based on fat consuming and fat burning, and stop eating sugar, because when we eat sugar, our body don't work with fat, just started consuming sugar, and it doesn't happen, no losing weight.
Right.
But when we stop eating carbohydrate and sugar and hidden sugar, fruits and rice, spaghetti, and all kind of this food, our body started using fat, and we burn fat instead of saving fat in our body.
Right.
But yes, next
Yeah.
slide. We are talking about intermittent fasting, that is very important and very necessary for everyone to know about intermittent fasting. Actually, as you know, fasting is recommended by maybe all religions, and it's a natural way for curing, for healing, for burning fat, and for fixing defective genes in our body. It's very important to know about this intermittent fasting, which we can call it IF. Intermittent fasting is a diet as an eating strategy where you consume all of your calories in a set time period and then fast for the rest of the day. You can define this time for 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours or maybe 10 hours. But we will take advantage of this kind of a strategy for fitness, for healing body, for healing our disease, especially related to resistance insulin and insulin related problems like type 2 diabetes and lots of problems which is made by insulin hormones, because when we are eating almost all the day and we don't fast, so our insulin hormone is at the high level, and it make lots of disease, and the body cannot heal itself. So in the next line, there are different approaches to intermittent fasting, but the most popular is an 8-16 split, meaning you consume your calories in an 8-hour eating window and fast for the other 16 hours of the day. It depends on you. If you can tolerate 16 hours fasting, it's great. It's almost started from 14 hours to 20 hours. It depends of me. If I can tolerate 16 hours, it's okay. Sometimes personally, I can tolerate 16 hours, but I force myself to be fast for 14 hours at least. And it's very easy. You can drink water, you can drink tea. In the next line, during the fasting period, you are allowed 0-calorie drinks such as black coffee, herbal teas, and water. So no sugar allowed with these drinks, but you can drink water and keep your fasting for at least 14 hours, 16 hours. You can continue to 20 hours. That's the best time for fasting. Several studies have found that IF, or intermittent fasting, not only results in weight loss, but can help improve insulin resistance, reduce oxidative stress on your cells, stabilize blood sugar, balance your blood sugar levels, and reduce the risk of stroke. So it has lots of benefit for our body. If you are start studying about this intermittent fasting, and fasting has different kind of time, like alternative fasting, 1 day fasting, 1 day normal eating, or intermittent fasting, you divided hours to 16 and 8
Oh,
hours,
so
and
beautiful.
you can take benefit from this fasting. So next line is based on uh, recent researchers and specialists who says that do fasting to stay healthy, do fasting to cure your disease and defective genes so that the body is cleansed of impurities, do fasting to stay young and beautiful, and do fasting to regain the beauty of your body, do fasting because it's useful to you, even if it sounds unpleasant, but it's really beneficial for you and for me and for all human beings if we know about if we know about that, and if we have enough knowledge about this natural curement and treatment for our body. A little bit of hunger during the day is the best natural cure of any disease or for any disease. Researchers and scientists in the world concluded that the avoidance of eating
so
and
brilliant. I'm so interested.
for a certain time between 14 and 18 hours is the main need for the body to clear the hidden and obvious problems and disease within the body. So we have dry fasting also. In dry fasting, we stop even drinking. And it's a kind of fasting that we have in our religion, in Islam. We don't drink also. So all of different kind of fasting is useful for our body. Yes, please. Next slide.
In next slide, that is related to the video of this intermittent fasting, and it's only 3 minutes video and it's not too much scientific, so I hope people will able to understand and just have knowledge about that intermittent fasting, right?
Yes, great.
Okay, this is a video related to intermittent fasting. Yes, Azita will take your questions once this video is finished.
Intermittent fasting refers to eating plans that alternate between fasting and eating periods. The goal is to systematically starve the body long enough to trigger fat burning. While research is still underway and the method may not be suitable for everyone, there is evidence that, when done correctly, intermittent fasting can help lose weight, lower blood pressure and cholesterol, prevent or control diabetes, and improve brain's health. During a meal, carbohydrates in food are broken
জোরে
down.
কথা কা।
Glucose absorbs through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream and is transported to
I think there is some disturbance. Let me first of all clear out. If anybody wants to speak, please raise your hand. Or if I made a few of the co-hosts, if you feel any person is, disturbing, you can mute them. Okay, you are allowed to mute that guy if that guy is speaking in between of video or in between of session. So thank you once again. I will start this video.
improve brain's health. During a meal, carbohydrates in food are broken down into glucose. Glucose absorbs through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream and is transported to various organs, where it
Voice is
serves
not
as a
there, sir.
major energy source. Excess glucose is stored for later use in the liver and adipose tissue in the form of glycogen and fats. In between meals, when the body is in the fasted state, the liver converts glycogen back to glucose to keep supplying the body with energy. Typically, an inactive person takes about 10 to 12 hours to use up the glycogen stores, although someone who exercises may do so in much less time. Once the reserve of glycogen in the liver is depleted, the body taps into energy stores in adipose tissues. This is when fats are broken down into free fatty acids, which are then converted into additional metabolic fuel in the liver. Thus, if the fasted state lasts long enough, the body burns fat for energy and loses that extra fat. Losing the extra fat is translated into a range of associated health benefits. Insulin is the hormone required for driving glucose into cells. Insulin level is regulated to match the amount of glucose in the blood, that is, high after a meal and low between meals. Because insulin is secreted after each meal, eating throughout the day keeps insulin levels high most of the time. Constant high insulin levels may desensitize body tissues, causing insulin insensitivity, the hallmark of prediabetes and diabetes type 2. Fasting helps keep insulin levels
Watchla, nicely nice.
diabetes risks.
Bishop.
Fasting also has beneficial effect on the brain. It challenges the brain the same way physical or cognitive exercise does. It promotes production of neurotropic factors, which support the growth and survival of neurons. Fasting, however, is not for everyone. Among those who should not attempt fasting are children and teens, pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with eating disorders, diabetes type 1, advanced diabetes, or some other medical problems, people who are underweight or frail. Fasting can also be unsafe if overdone or if not done correctly. There are several approaches to intermittent fasting, but the easiest to achieve is perhaps the one that simply extends the usual nighttime fast. A daily cycle of 16-hour fast followed by an 8-hour eating window is usually sustainable. For intermittent fasting to be safe and effective, it must be combined with balanced meals that provide good nutrition. It is
So this is about the information related to intermittent fasting. So I will start intermittent fasting from yesterday when I get knowledge about this thing. So I started this thing applying in my lifestyle. Let's check
Thank you,
out
bro.
what happening, right? Okay. So yes, Azida, you can ask your question.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Fatima, for your presentation. It was so great and useful for our body, our health. Thank you so much. Now, I have one question. Could you please say me about this word keto? I mean is what's the meaning of this word literally? I don't know about this word.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, keto means a kind of fatty acid. It means fatty acid which is produced in the liver. So this fatty acid, we call it keto. Ketone. You can, if you check also in dictionary, the definition is a chemical element, something like this, which used as a fuel for our body. So it's not always our body not always use this keto, but if it starts burning fat, then the fuel will be keto, not sugar. Something like glucose, and it's this called keto because it's come from fat. When fat divided to small parts, so the unit is called keto, and it's pure energy for body, pure actually, pure fuel for our body because we use this keto, and it's kind of metabolic keto metabolism, we can say, that happen in our body for producing energy in our body. We have two source of fuel in our body, fat and sugar. If it's based on sugar, So there's no fat burning in body, there's no keto produced in liver. But when we stop eating sugar, our body turn from sugar-based to fat-based fuel, and our body start to consume these ketones as a fuel for our body, and it start burning fat instead of consuming sugar. I hope it's I could explain well and you can understand what I mean.
Yes, very well. Thank you so much. I got it. Thank you.
Okay,
You're
so
welcome.
we are still about to finish two more slides. That is about the scientific research and one more personal experience. Okay, yes, please go ahead, Fatima.
Yes. Yeah, as you uh, got to know till now, the previous slide, please, I think, right? The previous slide or this one? Yes, research. Intermittent fasting means that eat, then fast, then eat, and don't count calories. Don't be worried about the quality of calories. Whatever you want to eat, it's okay. Don't worry about the amount of calorie. Just stop eating for a certain time, at least for 14 hours, and then eat whatever you want during 8 hours. But we prefer to mix keto diet or a low carbohydrate diet with intermittent fasting. You can get more result in this case if you stop eating carbohydrate and consuming more fat, and intermittent fasting beside this kind of diet, you can get a result in no time, very soon. So the research I mentioned here is about Dr. Sinclair. Dr. David Sinclair, in his book called Lifespan, says eating a single meal of a day for the body is enough. He says that the body doesn't need 3 meals. As we say, it's necessary for our health, but it's not necessary. When I read these sentences, actually, I remember the previous session with Dr. Dhananjay. He said the art of, explain about the art of minimalist. Actually, it works here also for our body, about our food. We have to care about the minimalism, even in quality and in quantity. High quality and low quantity of food and minimalism, even just 1 meal a day is enough for our body, not 3 meals. We don't need much snack, we don't need to take energy, we don't need to trigger insulin every time. We need to get rest, and our stomach needs rest, and our hormone needs rest. So let's read for you the next sentence. He has also mentioned that don't eat too much, just 1 meal is enough. The body must be in a mood of effort to survive because of hunger. We are trying to live comfortable always. We don't like to feel hungry, to feel this unpleasant feeling of hunger, but actually our body needs to feel hunger. It's useful for our body to feel hunger. But some people think, no, it's dangerous. Now I'm feeling hungry, so I have to eat something. They never feel the hunger in their body, and they cannot take advantage of hunger. Hunger is very useful for our body. Fasting diet helps to reduce cholesterol and prevent diabetes. It's very useful also for cholesterol, for reducing cholesterol and for diabetes, as Dr. Jason Huong, an expert in fasting, says that he's famous for treatment of diabetes and type 2 diabetes patients, and you can search his channel also on YouTube. He recommended always for fasting, for longevity, for living long, for healthy lifestyle, for curing our disease. Every disease can be cured by fasting, by stopping eating. And Dr. Mike Hyman, also in his book named Eat Fat, get thin. Is talking about this truth that taking healthy fat and meat not only make you fat and sick, but also it make you thin and healthy. It's because of that related to keto diet that fat doesn't make any problem for increasing weight, but it's sugar that make problem for our body and for our immune system and for our hormones in our body. The enemy of our body is sugar, not fat. Overweighting is not necessarily because of eating much, but mostly it's because of taking wrong food. We don't care about the quality of food. The quality of food is more important. So overweighting, when you are overweighting, is because we are consuming sugar, and sugar is the main source for fuel in our body. If we stop eating carbohydrate and sugar, then our body burning fat, and overweighting never happens, especially with intermittent fasting beside it. And Dr. Berg, a famous doctor, which is believe in keto diet and in intermittent fasting, and he has many books about this topic, and he's very famous also, says when you don't eat between meals, your body switches to fat burning and it's eating your fat. I read again this sentence. He says, when you don't eat between meals like a snack, your body switches to fat burning. Body starts fat burning. And it's eating your fat. Body starts to eat your fat. And instead of eating sugar, it's start eating your fat, your extra fat in your body. Thank you. Next slide, please. Yeah. Your own experience. Okay. Keeping fitness is not happen because of starving. So fitness is not happen if I start starving. So it's not, fasting is not starving. It doesn't mean starving. You can eat whatever you want, but in a certain time. Or it doesn't mean much workout in gym for hours. Increasing the time of exercise actually produces more stress hormone and stop burning fat. I want to give you an example. I prefer 5 minutes of intensity and exercise like running, and that increased my heart beating instead of walking for 2 hours, because it make me tired and it produce a stress hormone and cortisol hormone, and this stress hormone is kind of stopping burning fat. It stops burning fat. So when cortisol hormone produced in our body, it stopped burning fat. But it's better in a less time. We do more exercise, I mean in intensity of exercise, more important than the time. You need to boost the intensity of exercise in a short time to improve the metabolism in your body. It's more effective than walking slowly for a long time, because it's increasing the stress hormone in our body and make us tired. The nutrition science says that eat less and exercise more as usual. We know that we have to eat less and exercise more, do exercise more, but it doesn't work all the time. We can get fitness easily by doing less exercise, even not exercise. Even if we stop exercising, it doesn't matter. But sorry, I lost the slide because of internet. Let me.
Yeah, it's fine. This nutrition,
Yes.
yes, the nutrition science says that eat less and exercise more, but it doesn't work all the time. We can get fitness easily by doing less exercise and eating more, but intelligently. Okay, so this sentence is
Yes,
providing
thank you.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it says that we can eat more, but intelligently. we can focus on the quality of food and doing less exercise, but intelligently. What does it mean intelligently? Intelligent eating means actually to concentrate on higher quality food instead of counting calories. And if we are worried about the weight and how much my weight is now, it doesn't work. I think it's more important to be worried about the size instead of the weight. So here again, instead of counting calorie, to turn body from the state of saving fat to burning fat. So we want to take body from the state of saving fat and making fat to burning fat and keeping the hormone in balanced weight. This intermittent fasting actually affects on hormones and hormones balance. That's why maybe it's not related to calories too much. It's related to hormones. Some hormones have a main role in burning fat. Some of them have a main role in making fat. So it's all about the hormones like cortisol, which is a stress hormone, like insulin especially, and all the problem in our body maybe happen because of this hormone doesn't work properly. So whatever I have experienced during 3 years, I can tell you I started this diet, not keto diet perfectly, but low carbohydrate diet, because I cannot ignore rice and bread perfectly, but I consume in a less amount daily or weekly. So I can call it low carbohydrate diet and intermittent fasting. I simply practice this intermittent fasting every day. I just eating between 8 hours and 16 hours. I'm fasting, and I lost 3 years ago 10 kilograms at that time, and I could keep this ideal weight and BMA. Am I right? This word for
Yeah, it's
3 years
BMI.
now. And
Yeah.
yeah, BMI, yes, for 3 years. And I think we are all care about our fitness and our body, and we feel better if we can keep our weight, and our weight is important to give us more confidence maybe, and all the people like to look more better for themselves and for others. So I want you to share with us your experience about your diet. And have you ever tried any diet for losing weight, for fitness or not? Or have you decided to start intermittent fasting or low carbohydrate diet by watching these videos and this presentation or not? And I like to know your opinion about this presentation, this knowledge. Please share with us, our dear
Right.
members.
Okay. So it was really very good session, Fatima. We really appreciate the way you give these sessions and deliver your own article in this form about keto diet and intermittent fasting. And I really want, you should come up with this kind of topic again and again to provide us this kind of information related to
Thank you.
healthy lifestyle. Okay, so now it's open forum for all of you guys. We have 15 more minutes to ask any questions. So it's time for question and answer. So you will guys raise your hand one by one, and I will ask questions to everyone, right? So yes, Azita, your hand is raised. You can ask the question.
Yeah. Fatima, you follow this diet right now? Fatima?
I think she lost the internet connection. She might connect again, but she mentioned that she is following that keto diet, and this is her own experience. I'm not sure about intermittent fasting, but she mentioned while write down this article that she is following this diet, right? And you know, based on this article and based on this research, the knowledge which I have received being as a scientist, so I came to know the intermittent fasting is also much helpful. You know, the kind of intermittent fasting, it means 8 hours you have to eat whatever the nutritional food you are eating. In 8 hour fasting also you will allow the keto diet. You should have to eat fat more than protein and then less carbohydrate. So these both combinations help you to, you know, reduce your weight to become a healthy. So this is the things which we are gonna discuss and which we gonna tell you all of the people of this member of this group, and we'll hope you enjoy the session. So before we taking the questions, I request you guys please turn on the camera and we will have this photograph first of all. Then we will have some questions, quick question and quick answers. So I really appreciate that you all are here since last more than 1.5 hours and you keep your patience. So it's time for photograph and we all are here right now on Facebook live. So today the first session that I started this session on Facebook or YouTube live. So you all are there on YouTube. So please show your face and I will click this, capture this beautiful moment. Yes, we have almost more than 30 people, more than 34 people. So I need to click this photo in 2 frame, 3, 2, and smile. Okay, so this is all about the keto diet and intermittent fasting. Now, yes, Baljit, you raise your hand. You can ask question. I think Fatima is here now. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's belong to diet. You know,
Okay.
there is a great craze in the people that they want to get a zero figure. So I want
Right.
to know, okay, why is that craze so in trend every time?
Right.
And
Right.
it belongs to diet. So what is zero
Right.
figure and how can we get? Actually, I
Right.
have already zero figure, but I just want to know.
Right. Right. Okay. So this is about the questions. You know, the people, specifically the India, and you can consider many girls and women. They wants to be like zero figure, and zero figure. It's nothing. You know, it's kind of myth. The female actress and they already have a proper figure and proper shape. They are doing so many things in their life. They need to maintain their body. They need to have exercise almost 5 to 6 hours. They have their own nutritionalist. They have their own dietitian. Okay, so by that way they are managing their body and they maintain their figure like zero figure. It means you know, you can say that a proper figure, it means zero figure, right? Yes, Fatima, you want to say anything about this topic? Can you hear me?
Me?
Yes. What is the zero figure and why people, why specifically girls have that kind of craze?
Because of their mind, they're not satisfied with their body, and it's wrong. I think it's wrong. We have to eat properly. We have to enjoy our life. We have to eat chocolate. We have to eat whatever we want. And
Right.
then we have to study and increase our knowledge how our body works, how we have to stop eating harmful things. And it's not all about food. I told you that this healthy lifestyle is depend on our mind also. Maybe I'm not satisfied with my body always. I'm not happy with myself. Whatever I do, it's something, a problem happening in their mind and their confidence. So we need to increase and nourish our soul and our mind by knowledge, by information, by science, by wisdom, by understanding. These things affect on our body also, and it make us happy. So
Right.
I disagree actually with zero
Right.
figure.
Okay, so this is the answer of your
Okay,
question, Baljeet.
thank you for
Yeah. Okay,
yes,
so
sir. Thank you, sir.
Marcos has write down in the chat box that I have been avoid to eat food that contain sugar and reducing salt. So this is the technique which people are following. Yes, Marcos, you can unmute yourself and provide your diet chart to all of us, what you are following to be healthy. Hello. Yes, Judith, you raise your hand. Yes, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, everybody. Well, the
Hello.
topic was really interesting for me. It made me reflect too much because, for example, I had some health problems and it helped me too much. I'm going to try, for example, with intermediate fasting, and in order that I can reduce for example, diabetes, and I can lose a little be fast. The topic for me was really, really interesting, and it helped me to reflect too much on this. Thank you for the topic.
Yes, thank you very much for being here and have a lovely audience. Yes, Sadab, the fitness boy, the gym expert. Sadab is here. Yes, Sadab, you can ask your question. Please unmute
Hello
yourself.
guys,
Yes,
good evening from India.
good
Actually, I
evening.
want to ask a question. It is about body fat percentage. I mean, what level is good for us? And most of the fitness guys, they like to put their body fat percentage down when they are going to be on stage to
Mhm.
compete someone, whether it is good or not. So
Right. So for being as a gym instructor, for being as a body developer person, your muscles should be strong enough. So by burning a fat, your body should be converting fat into ketones, and then you should convert that ketones into the proteins. So muscles is mainly made up of proteins, and by burning this fat, you can able to grow your muscles. So being as a gym person or being developing as a body, it should be a less fat in your body, but it doesn't mean that you should have to avoid fat, right? It depends upon what kind of eating and what kind of diet you are following, right?
exactly,
Right. So
it's
yes,
not only
Fatima.
about fat. Even we need to think about
Right.
carbs,
Right.
healthy carbs and unhealthy carbs, the
Right.
sources. Yes.
Right. Yes, Fatima, you want to add on something on this?
No,
Right.
you answered correctly. That's good. Thank you.
Okay.
It
So
depends on our activity in gym. The person who starts doing exercise, going to gym, is the body and the state of burning fat is different from, for example, the person who just stay at home and just doing housework, nothing, any special exercise. So the needs of the body is different in this case. Maybe she needs or he needs to eat even carbohydrate. He can consume and burn all the sugar, and if he eats more fat, nothing happen for his body because the metabolism is different, the kind of activity is different, even for men and women is different,
right.
whatever our body needs.
Right. So it varies from person to person. It varies from the person about daily activity, the kind of calorie the person or the guy is burning. Right, Shadab? So this is the answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So now would love to raise the questions from Arun Bhatia, sir. Yes, Arun, sir. Butalia. Sorry.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Yeah.
The question is that has sweet fruit like watermelon, mango contain sugar? Might
Okay.
be increase our sugar level if we have that.
Okay, so the
So
sweet food that increase our sugar level in body or not, like watermelon, mango, and any
yeah,
other sweet food that we are
yeah,
eating in our daily routine lifestyle, so that responsible for increasing sugar level in our body or not? That is the
yes,
question.
sir.
Yes, Fatima.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. It increases the sugar level and insulin in our body. So according to Dr. Berg, there's no need to eat fruit. We can, for example, prepare potassium from vegetables, green leaves vegetables and colorful leaves vegetables instead of consuming fruits, because all kind of fruits have lots of sugar and it increases the level of insulin, and the body starts consuming sugar, and it's not only related to weight and losing weight. It's also make lots of problem for our body, for skin, for beauty. This sugar is harmful for our body, for immune system. So it's better to stop eating too much, especially orange juice or lemon juice. Or this is maybe not approved yet by new science, but it's approved scientifically, but maybe it's not in public, published in public, that we have to avoid much drinking